But I didn't know that there was a back end business to music. You know, we see all of the lifestyle and the luxury things, but when you get into the music business, you realize that the music business is 95% business.
Right.
One of the biggest obstacles artists face in the music game is access. Getting access to the people that can make it happen, or access to the information and resources you need to get to the next level. That's the key. That's why you need two of the biggest in the game on your side. Introducing McKee, Boomman. Welcome to the real industry plug. You heard me?
Man, we have a very special guest. My family, Chlon Rogers, is in the building. This is the real industry plug for a reason. We're bringing y'all the people who are the real plug. So when y'all tap in, y'all gotta know you need to be tapped into these people. Chlon Rogers is a business manager, but she is also the CEO of Think It's a Games Records. You know what I mean?
COO.
Chief Operating Officer
of Think It's a Games Records. But she is the CEO of Checkmate Business Management. That's YFN Lucci under that. That's Cash Dow. That's Rollo. So some of the biggest people in the game, she was making sure they check was right. But then also she has her own book. It is called Music Money. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all hit the bio. Get the book, Music Money.
That's hard.
But the main reason I wanted to have Chlon is because she's one of the biggest educators in the game. You understand what I'm saying, people? We keep telling y'all need to get educated. And so I know y'all was tired of hearing JR saying it. Y'all was tired of hearing Boom saying it.
They ain't never tired of hearing me.
So, oh, God. So now you get to hear from Chlon. You get to hear how much you guys need to be educated. And we're bringing you somebody who can do that. So, Chlon, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Chlon, that was my introduction. I know it's not going to be as good as you. Tell us who Chlon Rogers is. Thank you. Tell us who Chlon Rogers is, please. Talk to us.
I mean, I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I went to school for accounting and business management, actually. So I actually started in the music business. I met Fly in like 2008. I was still in school.
You gotta tell us who Fly is.
So Fly is the CEO of Think It's a Game Records. I mean, Fly is, one of the game changers in music. One of the people who put the blueprint down in the city of Atlanta. Definitely made history in music.
Right. So that's that's Trinidad James. That's Rich Homie Quan, YFN Lucci.
Yeah.
Okay, Rubber Band OG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That way.
Yeah.
So I met Fly when I was still in school when I met Fly, and so. It's so crazy because always in school, I never wanted to go and work for corporate. I never wanted to clock in. But I even on the outside looking at the music business, we see videos and we see the outside of things, but I didn't know that there was a back end business to music. You know, we see all of the lifestyle and the luxury things. But when you get into the music business, you realize that the music business is 95% business.
Right.
So he already had a record label when I was in school. And so, I was in school for accounting and business. And he was like, oh, you know what? Yeah. You can help me with on the business side of music. And so that's kind of how I got started working in the music business. We started out having parties and things like we were booking artists. So I actually have had an opportunity to work on different sides of the music business, which helped me to understand a lot today. So we started out booking artists. We were having parties. So it's basically like a promotions company.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how everybody starts. I started as a party promoter too.
Yeah.
Me three.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you want to get into the music business, go throw you a party.
Okay.
For sure.
We were having parties all up and down the Southeast region. We used to be, Memorial Day weekend, we would be booking out KOD and buying out the club in the bar, running the whole thing for the weekend. And that was a crazy weekend.
Yeah.
And so I was always the person who was handling the money.
Yeah.
You know, I literally would have to drop the bar every hour on the hour because everything was just moving so fast.
Yeah.
And all the money would be just coming to the office and I would have to count it up. We'd be there till like 9 a.m. So
Man, that sounds like a good payday.
yeah, it was a lot of work though. And it was, you know, I don't miss it because being a party promoter is a headache.
Yeah.
So we got our first big break with Trinidad James, with Def Jam, with All Go Everything. And that's kind of when things transitioned. And we were coming from a promotions era. So, you know, at that time, we only understood the lifestyle side of the music. But when we did that deal, we learned that
very quickly,
that, there's a business side of music, you know. And so we had to, you know, we learn through trial and error, and sometimes that's the best way to learn, you know what I mean, through making a lot of mistakes. So, you know, today, what I'm knowledgeable of and what I know and understand is just on a different level just from going through it like that.
So then you were with TIG. What made you break out and start taking on other acts and start business managing other? Well, first of all, what is business management? I mean,
business management is basically the person who helps you manage your finances and your business. They correspond with the record labels, even with your booking agents, anybody who handles any of your money on any level. Gotcha. They're communicating with them, making sure you're getting all of your income, you have all of your documentation, everything is accounted for, making sure you're paying your taxes, making sure all of your stuff is incorporated, your accounts are set up, you're receiving your statements.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have one. You're receiving all your statement. You work with Bernie. I know. I know
that ain't my business manager. That's my lawyer.
I know, but lawyers are also have an extensive amount of knowledge, and they'll make sure you have the right things in
Shout
place
out
as
to
well.
Bernie.
For sure. That's my girl.
Let me find out you know something about me.
Shout out to Bernie. I know Bernie. And Bernie posts and go up on all her clients. She commend all of her clients. She's very supportive of all of her clients.
Yeah. She just texted me her son got some music out, so she wanted me to check it out. I told her I got to check it out. She just texted me.
That's dope. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we do all of it. Make sure they're getting their statements from the labels. Make sure their songs are registered. Just, you know, even if they venture out into other business things, we also help them with that as well.
From my perspective as a regular manager, I always like to have a business manager in place with the artist, so that way I ain't got to call the artist like, where my money at?
Absolutely.
I just call the business manager. Hey, yo, you know, they owe me. Oh, yeah, I got you. I'm going to make sure you get the money. So I love when the artist has a business manager because that just puts in that level of protection for me.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, on the other end, though, I'm like, I know I'm going to get paid because the business manager going to make sure I get my money.
Absolutely.
So I love when
you don't want to
manager...
aggravate the artist because they can get aggravated about anything.
Exactly. You don't want to keep asking the artist, hey, man, where my money at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That just changes the dynamic of things, makes it a little... uncomfortable.
So then what made you, again, going back, what made you step out and say, okay, I'm going to take on other clients and business manage for them?
So I went to school for accounting. I have my master's in accounting and financial management.
Drop a bomb.
So I went to school for accounting and financial management, and the more I got involved in business, I was seeing all the different sides and all different positions and what people were doing. Yeah. And a lot of these artists that we work with, they come from where I come from. You know what I mean? And I saw that, you know, a lot of people they didn't really care as much. And then I felt like I could do a better job.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, how I'm catching mistakes and different things of people that have been in the business for a very long time. I'm so much more detail oriented. I'm so much more smarter, and I really care about these guys.
That's dope.
So I was like, you know what? Let me launch my own company and put my skills to use.
Right.
And so that's kind of how I came up with Checkmate.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. I love that.
Checkmate.
Be my checkmate.com.
Got you. So I'm tapping in with Ravin. She giving us the first topic of the day. Dang, I see it on the screen, but I don't see it down here.
You passed it.
I passed it. Okay.
Yeah. No, it definitely posted. I seen it.
Oh, there we go. So let me get into the first topic of the day. So, question for you, Shalai. We're going to start with you, and I know me and Boom going to jump in on this too and probably argue about it. That's just how I be going. How do artists go about registering their music, and what are the different platforms they can use?
When you say what are the different platforms they can use, are you referring to the platforms that they register their music with or distribution? Yes,
that's what we're talking about, the platforms they register the music with.
Okay, so, I mean, for an independent artist, obviously if you sign, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But if you're an independent artist, you definitely want to, once you do distribute your music, you want to go to Sound Exchange to make sure your songs are registered there.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I don't mean to stop you.
You gotta...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I do got a question. What do you even mean by register? What does that mean? How do I register my music? What does registering mean?
Registering your music means you're making sure that you get paid. You know, for wherever your music is being played, you're making sure royalties are being collected. You're making sure the people that are collecting the royalties knows who the song belongs to and who to send the money to.
So this is different from my royalties. So this is different from distribution. So not only when I put my music out through distribution, that's one stream of income. You're telling me it's other streams out there.
Correct. Yeah.
Got you. Listen, y'all better tap in. So if I had just distributed my music through TuneCore and they sending me my check every month, I'm losing money because I'm not getting money from I didn't
You're leaving
register
money on the table.
All I did was distribute it. I didn't register it.
Correct.
Okay, talk to me. Okay, so now I understand what registering is. How the hell do I go get that money?
So there are a couple ways. First of all, you need to make sure you have a business manager and a great manager.
Be my checkmate.
And a great manager. But, you want to go to Sound Exchange so that you can register your music for digital performance royalties, which is when your songs are played on non-interactive radio, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Sirius XM, things like that. And, just also being paid for owning your music. And then you have publishing. So you can register with BMI, CSAC, or ASCAP to make sure that you're getting publishing income. And this is for, you get paid for being a songwriter, just for writing your lyrics. And you also get paid for, you have performance royalties, which is when your music is played, on an airplane, in a department store, and you have sync royalties when your music is synced with a television show or a movie and things like that. So in those cases, you want to make sure that you have your music registered. And also, you can pitch your songs for different TV shows and things like that, but you got to have your music registered to be able to do that.